Hello everybody, this is I Hidden Flame. Welcome back for another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Still in the Wild West. Of possibly somewhere in the Mid-South area. Or Southwest. Basically, we're somewhere in the West. But since Tulilala is pretty much Mexico, we can assume this is somewhere on the border of that area. Oh, okay. Last we know, we broke him out of jail. Now we have to find this bracelet. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Ooh, wild banana blend. That looks yummy. Well, well, look who it is. So, storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Hey, I mean, yeah, he moves this spoils in cerulean bottles where no one could even think to look. They're mixed with the regular shipments of fuel to Tulilala where they are sold off. You said he stole the bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, the chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'll trust a lackey with his businesses. Given the provenance whatever, of the piece. No, I'll wager that he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after the city, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Oh, well, not my furnace hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to get him back. We need him to back into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here. Over to the small town would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen good. Using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if the mayor is caring for the bracelet. But regardless, there's enough time to find out if once he's behind bars. Won't he simply be feigning ignorance? Oh, he'll try, and that's when we challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work well for your friends, as I recall. True. But unlike before, I challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out wriggle out of it like before. You wanna say this next part, Coda? No? Okay. No? Okay. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance by duels and of old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? That is... It's not as if we're using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, I will be able to end the vulture. Well, the plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? As long as we get the bracelet back. The bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll just see that you get it back. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tutanania, or whatever. So it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me then. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. If he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to whatever it's called. Once you got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright, let's get to it. Oh. The Yihiatia were likely that Shiota's doing. What's his angle? And then there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Hey, 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 you. Yo, hey. Huh? What is it? Oh, I'm familiar in these parts. Do you have need of the dust wash mitts? I was robbed. Huh? Sekoa robbed you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate to see his friends free from prison. He turned to a life of crime. How awful. But yeah, Mrs. Harris, sincere thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? It's not that it is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, the Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mines industry. Prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Sound better? If not, then please lead on. Well, might as well while I'm here. No? Okay. The ultimate new thing. Is this place? I don't see him. Just a little further. I see. Well, lead on. Oh, there's some gold in the fields. Blue gold. Best be wary of these beasts. They may prefer to snack on the cerulean, but for you, I'd reckon they'd make an exception. God, it's a long walk. We're almost there, though. No, we're almost there. Come on. Sorry, I'm still learning my way. Is this some sort of joke? Well, keep moving. Ah, now I remember. That sound. My patience is wearing awfully thin, miss, but if he isn't in the next place, I'll be forced to do something you and I both would deeply regret. Huh. I will fight you, Vulture. Almost there. Unless you'd rather I feed you while one raw, needles and all, cut the chit chat. Jeez. Just wanted to know about them. We're here. Jeez. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zikoa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Goodness me, where could he have gone? That's it, I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey! Weute! Are you looking for me? Told you he'd be here. If you want to place me on the rest, I'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a sub by the time I'm done with you.
Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenowetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity! Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Oh, come off, Ed. I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wuhute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. as are your friends.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zekua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
Well, that ended up being more complicated than expected. But all's well that ends well. Oh, it's finally over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I could ever repay you. We have a train to catch, don't we? Well, now that we have the bracelet, let us return to the springs. Will you be staying here long? I'd like to give a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you in the springs then. In the Wild West, I should have a horse. Music's kind of epic for a simple ride across the range. That works. I always liked the prelude. I could have easily just teleported. my bracelet. Thank you very much. This is more than just a gift. It is part of me that I could never hope to replace. Truly, Waklama has blessed such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us as more of long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there is no denying the depth of your bond. Though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. I can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew there was something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kawik Anna and Lawine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zaoka and did what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zikoa would find a way to get us out. He was always the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking the strength. Besides, some outlaws may see us as an easy target. Even so, we should give the Dusk Watch even if anyone should give the Dusk Watch a slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one gets the better of us again. Ain't that right? Alright. And you'll teach us how to draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Yeah, we will need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a debt of gratitude, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. You have my word. Till we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here for quite a while, though, do let me know if there's any way I could be of assistance. Weren't you planning to take the train home? Oh, the train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? No. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were down south. Oh, they've been a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not too long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. That's probably going to be our first dungeon in this area, clearing out that tunnel. At any rate, if you want to know when the service will resume, you can speak with the station master yourself. Well, let's do that. Station's right over there. people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand, too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
You'll owe me.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitowikwe.
Good lord, these names.
And this grizzled mug is Zapia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Oh, we got ourselves a cowboy.
Something the matter?
No. Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piatayonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Yeah, we got ourselves a cowboy. At least with his voice and all. Though no small numbers, though no small number to live in, I must confess I've never visited the home of the Hetassero. Seriously, you gonna do that right there? As they largely live in accordance to older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Why must people do that right where there's whatever? But yeah, I took a quick look at the quest log. We are about to get a huge hit of aetheryte points, a dungeon, and whatever our heritage is. So this will be fun. That'll probably hopefully be in the next video or two. But we'll see. Come, let us follow. Well, whatever. There's another station on the way. And be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can see it from outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design by the head end myself. Though it would be though if you peek through the windows, you could probably catch a glimpse of. Enough jabbering. Thanks to these two, we finally have some work to do. Let's get to it. See you later. I suppose no harm stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Faster! I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the wilds now. Right. He said we should be northwest of here. Let's continue on. Oh, whatever. It's a train. I used to like trains when I was a kid. Some 35 years ago. 35 years. Alright, we got a point over here. I'm gonna try to hopefully I can grab it. Really? Off we go. There you are. The village is up ahead. I can do that voice easy. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people here. But I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, and as does the land. Oh, it's a nice little town. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of the springs. And the waters nearby just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I am Hoeto, chief of here. This is my son, Shepetto. Shepetto. Hi, pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome, and I apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Wawikla, station master of Zakturul Railing. The recent earthquakes have damaged our tracks, but we require timber to make repairs. This is Hidden and Aaronville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Hi. Most curious air about you. Of oil and steel, of leather and the faintest hits of meadows awash of unfamiliar flora. I gather you are not from these lands. I am a traveler of the star. I hail from Eorzea. Truly, I would love to know more about you and the lands you've seen. Sure, why not? I am told your people hold your traditions the highest. Yet I gather you are curious about those others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hesto, in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. Where the hunt to gather to lay our heads, the Hestio teaches all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see the word Hestio. It means leader of souls in the Hestasario language, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hestio or Hetsio among the Hetsasaro. Here we look to the Ronic for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, it does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Like, we will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. I would be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come from such a long way, and my son is always delighted to hear of the tales. Hear their tales. Now, if you follow me, I must go touch the big shiny thing. Can I? No. I must be allowed to touch the big shiny thing. Oh, come on. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to this land. The Roanoke have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. The stableman mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions, since others have drawn to this land by Ceruleum. Shalonia, Shalolani, Shalolani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and resilient as they seem, Ronek are sensitive creatures. Their roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may have caused them distress. But as my father said, we do not necessarily reject the outside influences or innovations. But in this, we cannot help but worry. Understandably, we thank you for being forthright. This matter has not only this matter concerns not only the Hechicera, but all of Shaloani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of the Valcona. Valcona, you say? I know him only through rumors. But he is apparently, how should I put this, hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancements and efficiency as a deterrent of all else. Mind your tongue, Shepetto. Well, there is a grain of truth in the rumors. He is not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. He is a passionate man who cares for his people, like his sister. Is that so? Well, there is certainly a side of him we aren't aware of. Hidden fought beside Valcona in the right of secession. Take our word over rumors. You took part in the right of succession? Not by choice. You're that close to the Dawn servants. I was grateful for any help, but I had no idea I recruited a bona fide hero. Oh, you recorded more than that. Well, the succession of Dawn servants filled us with an uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we don't know about. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we may see Valcona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? He, just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful he will do the same. We can go ask him for you. It's not that far away. And thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. For your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronek foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if need be, we'll seek Val Kona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. Hope to see you again soon. Oi, oi, oi. I see us sightseeing. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, we've more than enough to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. Didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here for a spell while I round up a few hands and a Ronek? It won't be long. I'm glad that went well. And thankfully, it seems we won't need to make several trips for the lumber. I'm gonna keep these things so I don't have to get equipment later. While we wait, we could start moving the timber to somewhere more accessible. Shouldn't take long if we split the work. Great. Could probably put this entire stuff in my bag. Okay. You have 2 minutes to complete the task. Ah! I have a big box of timber. I've got the lovely box of timber that sending an arrow. I don't know. Got a big box of wood. I think it should be enough. Yeah, mighty kind of you to move all the timber. Or lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Oh, once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the first one after, I'm afraid. But you'll be riding free of charge. At least the least we can do for your paying the kindness. That's fine. Namika and a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And he will be driving. No engineer compares to her, or she. It's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own. We still have more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave it to you. Boom! Something exploded over here. Have you had your fill of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Cool. Sit back and watch. This might be a longer video because of it.
Glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tyrol. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one? You can't be serious.
Oh, I think Aruma's upset.
Gods have mercy.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
We need to follow that airship.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Let's go. You're stunning everybody, not killing them.
Here they come, everyone.
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Someone help me, please.
Oh, you're dead.
Just do.
Hey, it's the second.
Thank you.
Save the folks. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
You are going to die.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Well, we got someone. And she doesn't look happy. Well,
That you should still live.
Zoracha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
how are you alive?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged.
should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been father's equal in combat.
Until now.
Believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
I don't think he's dead. He has a self-revive? That's not cool.
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even choose your next steps wisely.
Well, damn. And that is where I will end it for now. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will continue this next time. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.